guys, it's Shining Polaris. Just a quick note. Unfortunately, I have to work Wednesday now because I guess it's the holidays. So no more Dynamite Live for me. So the only way I'm catching it is watching it very early in the morning, or at least a couple minutes at during Wednesday, and then try to make a video this morning. So we're just going to see how it is. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm just going to talk about my thoughts and my reactions for all the matches that went down. Another great episode. There was a lot of like big surprises and almost like all the matches. So the first one that's up is one of the matches I was really looking forward to see. That was Young Bucks versus Top Flight. And I kind of like, hopefully Young Bucks will do more of this type of match where they're going to, just face more indie teams or whatever. Because, because everyone in the top 5 have basically already tried out tried for the AEW tag team belt. So it's like, they're just going to keep recycling because basically you're going to have the same top 5 teams. But anywho, that was a really good match. I did not know that Top Flight, those two are very young. They're like 19 and 20 years old. That's pretty amazing. I saw them live at one of the indie shows in Chicago, and I mean, I thought they look great. And I mean, I like their gear. I like the way they present themselves. So yeah, no wonder why Young Bucks would choose them to go at it. There's a lot of near pinfalls, and like I said, Top Flight just looked great. At the end of that, at the end of the match, you have Young Bucks. They did the BTE trigger on one of the guys and to win the match, and then both of the Top Flight guys fell out of the ring, and then immediately TH2 went and attacked them. TH2 attacked Top Flight. So I mean, that's in my opinion, that's really good, because that means that hopefully Top Flight got signed so they could do a longer term storyline with TH2 and possibly Young Bucks again, and maybe for Dark, because that would be a perfect place for them to be on Dark full time. So anyway, so that was cool for that match. The second thing that came up was so the Inner Circle, they did their little Vegas trip, which is like hilarious. So from last week episode, you had MJF taking to celebrate his being in the Inner Circle, he just took everyone out to Vegas. So of course you knew that this Vegas thing was going to be very hangover-esque parody, and of course, and I've said this in my other videos before, I kind of was hoping them going to Vegas, and especially doing the hangover thing, that we will see a Tyson cameo, because I still want that Tyson versus Jericho fight. But that didn't happen. But I mean, from what I heard, Tyson he's like training for a fight for real, so that's why he can't do it. But maybe after he's done with that, he can go back to AEW stuff. But it was just really funny. You had what I liked was Wardlow and Hager looking angry at each other, and the whole time. Then you have Sammy and Ortiz just looking at MJF angrily because they didn't really want to be there. And then MJF and Jericho started doing like kind of what they did in that dinner scene where they were trying to up each other with the steak. This time they were trying to up each other with the drinks, and at the end they both drank Everclear. Fun fact, when I went to Mardi Gras in college, I drank some Everclear and I blacked out. That was the only time I blacked out in my life. That's how bad it was. So you had one really cool little cameo in there was you have Santa Ortiz. They brought their friend Conan over, and they partied in the limo, and that's cool to see Conan in there because that's part of the their little original group in Lax and stuff. So that was cool. All right, and then after that Vegas bit, you had the Jon Moxley promo, and this was another huge news that he did, which has nothing to do with wrestling. While he was doing his Jon Moxley-esque promo, he slid in there like a 1-second note that his wife is pregnant. So on Twitter and on Instagram, it like blew up. You know, she posted making it official that yeah, she's pregnant, and then the picture of them is just, they're just so happy. So congratulations to, you know, to Renee and John. That's really good news. It was funny because after John's promo, you hear Excalibur was like, I think he buried the biggest news, but yeah, congrats to them. So I just thought that was really funny. Oh yeah, and so that was obviously so you have John doing his promo, and then you know, soon after, in a couple more segments, you'll have Kenny, because they were supposed to do their signing for their big match on December 2nd. So I guess December 2nd will be another really special episode for AEW, and the theme is Winter is Coming. So you know, from Game of Thrones or whatever. That will be, I hope they really decorate the set and make it look all wintry and stuff, because that would be cool. And if some people, and I mean, what I'm hoping is that a lot of people that are going to be involved in this Winter is Coming show, that they either dress or speak as Game of Thrones, because that would be really funny. So anywho, so we got that. Right after that match was another match I was looking forward to. Not really, because I really don't like the other person, but it was Orange Cassidy versus Kip Sabian. And as you know from my opinions, and you can, you know, whatever, comment and bury me later, but I really hate the storyline. I like Miro a lot. I hope that whatever Miro has plans with this best man and best friends feud, end it now, because I want to move on from this. But anywho, so I mean, I look forward to this match. I always like Orange Cassidy matches, but also it was kind of like in my opinion, like a little nod to their feud that they had in the big pandemic, when everything was shut down, when they were having shows in Atlanta. You had Best Friends versus Kip Sabian, or Super Bad Squad, I should say. So that's Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc. And for a long time, they were saying like, oh yeah, it's going to be for the main event, Kip versus Orange. In that storyline, that never happened. So now we're kind of in a way getting it out. But anywho, this match, you had Miro on commentary, and then you have obviously Penelope Ford on the side with Kip, and like Orange always does, he always pushes Best Friends to the back, so they're not out there. So the match was good. It was like I said, it was a little unique, because you have Kip. He has a really that grappling style, that catch can style. So that was not too bad to like see that, you know. And of course you got Orange doing all his counters and all his little mind game trickster stuff that he does. So but the thing is, so there was a lot of very near pinfalls again. And actually, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, because I was like, maybe Kip was going to win so they can continue the storyline. But then I'm like, why would we keep burying Orange? Because he keeps losing? I don't know. But anywho, so Orange Cassidy wins with this mousetrap pin, and then immediately when the bell rang, Miro runs from the commentary booth all the way down, jumps over the rope, and just clocks Orange in the face. So you know this feud isn't over. Best Friends come out and chase Kip and Miro away. And if I'm correct, I think what was funny was that you had Miro and Kip both leaving, and then Penelope Ford is like still kind of there, or she walked off on her own, so they don't care about her anymore. So anyway, so you got that. So yeah, so woohoo, Orange Cassidy for the win. Bad news, the storyline's gonna keep going. All right, so then after that you had the continuation of the signing. So you have Kenny Omega. This time it's gonna be it's supposed to be Kenny and John signing, but Kenny came out first, and he's like totally looking, now they call him the Cleaners, which is great. So now he has the suit on, the glasses, right? He's looking all good. Again, his intros are the greatest, because now Justin Roberts have to like list 5 great things about Kenny before he can get out on stage. So then you have Kenny walking out to the ring. They have the table there, the paper, and he's just like, you know, leaning back in his chair, like, okay, let's just get this going. Like, he doesn't care. And then when they called Jon Moxley out, he didn't show up at all. And then they went and showed like the backstage area. I guess he got knocked out. And yeah, so who done it? And Kenny's like, you know, he says, I don't play those type of games. You know, I just want to come in here and sign. Let's just get this over with. So he gets his pen, signs it, and yeah, that was it. That was literally like a 5-minute thing. So now you got that match official. Who hit John? I have no idea. So we're gonna see who done that. So, all right, and then after that, back to the Inner Circle Vegas thing. Again, more of the hangover stuff. Very funny. But it's whatever, hangover stuff. Move on from that. After this was like the match I know a lot of people wanted to see, including myself. That is Pac's first match since the pandemic, and he is against Blade, and then you have Eddie Kingston on the commentary. So of course with Blade you have Butcher and Bunny on his side. Pac is of course by himself. Great match. You got two guys who just physically look amazing, so this match was going to be great. Let's go all the way to the end, right? So obviously Pac wins this, and then he gets attacked by the Butcher because he just kicked a Butcher really hard in the face and knocked him out. So Butcher came back and hit Pac, and then Eddie Kingston comes out and he starts yelling at Pac, just whatever, just trying to make him mad or whatever. And then the crazy thing is, as they were like, as Butcher and Blade was holding Pac down as Eddie's running his mouth, what happened is that you have Ray Phoenix come in and chase them all off, and he's hitting everybody, including Eddie Kingston. So you know now that Ray is no longer part of Eddie Kingston's family. And as they're all just fighting in the ring, who else comes out? You have Penta comes out, and he has a chair. So now you're thinking, okay, who is he? What side is he on? He on his brother's side, or he is on Eddie Kingston side, who is his best friend? So as you can see, Penta's kind of like, who am I going to attack? Who did he end up attacking? He attacks Eddie Kingston. So now you know that the Death Triangle is back together. Woo! And Eddie is now losing his family slowly and surely. So great news. Love seeing Death Triangle back again. Greater news, and everyone in the internet's been saying this, so I think AEW is eventually going to have to do it. Get a trios belt, because now we have enough trios teams to actually like make it worthwhile, because you got a very heavy tag team division. Let's go get that trios belt and give it to another team that deserve it. Like I said, you have a lot of teams. I'm, of course, extremely biased. I'm going to say trios belt to the best friends, but if they're going to give it to somebody, I have to say it have to be the Death Triangle, because you got Pac and Lucha Brothers are just such a great team. So if they're ever going to make a belt, Death Triangle will be the first to get it. And then tag team belts can go to the best friends. So anyway, So after that, you had a great women's match. This was for the NWA championship. This was Serena Deeb versus Thunder Rosa, and they were both, they're both former NWA champions. You had for the buy-in for Full Gear after Serena defeated Allison Kay. Thunder Rosa came out to go face-to-face with Serena, saying that she wants her title back. So that's how we got this match now. Great match. You got two very, very good women's wrestlers, and I really like to see that, because I mean, AEW women's division is getting better, and with especially with these two women in it, it's just great. Thunder Rosa is not officially signed to AEW, but I think she is, or if not, she's gonna appear a lot. So again, let's say right after that match, you got Serena for the win. But she got help from who? Britt Baker and Reba, and I just absolutely love this, because finally putting Britt Baker in a meaningful feud and for a title, and even if it's not for an NWA title, but now she's facing off with someone good. She's gonna face off with Thunder Rosa and eventually Hikaru Shida. So after Serena won and left the ring, you had Thunder Rosa kind of walking around the ring, and then she just goes straight up, attacks Britt Baker. And if you hadn't seen this part of the match, it was really funny, and she looked like she was really pissed. Thunder Rosa looked like she was really pissed. They had all the refs trying to hold them back, and there you go, Thunder Rosa is just trying to just claw her way at Britt Baker. So very excited to see where this is going. You know, you got Britt Baker, who is the most popular female wrestler in AEW and also really good. Thunder Rosa is just a really good wrestler overall. Cannot wait to see that feud. That's probably going to be the Winter's Coming match show. And then after that really small bit, you had a fun promo from John Silver and Anna Jay, because Anna Jay finally made it to top 5 of the women's, which is great, because Anna Jay is super young. I think she's like 20, 21 years old or something like that, and she barely had a year of experience, and already, like, you could tell she's really a prodigy, because she's so good. She talks very well, she looks good, you know, she sells good, whatever. So they're basically shouting a promo. This is to Hikaru Shida, so that because now she finally made it to top 5. Next week she will face Hikaru Shida for the women's title. Obviously, you know, no one's expecting Anna Jay to win. I mean, that'd be weird if she did. I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, I don't mind that, Dark Order with the gold, but yeah, I don't think she's gonna win, because she's so new. But it'll be a great match regardless. Especially like her promo where actually it was Anna Jay's debut no, that was on Dynamite. Yeah, I was gonna say Dark. No, it was on Dynamite, and it was against Hikaru Shida. That was her first match. So now she's saying, you know, now that she's had more experience, and now she's in the Dark Order. Let's see again, face her now. So, all right, and then after that, you had the main event. This was a really, really good one too. This is Team Taz versus Cody and Darby. You know, TNT champions, and with Taz on commentary. And this is just a great feud that's been brewing since Double or Nothing, where against Darby. Team Taz just hates Darby. They just that's all I can say about that. Oh man, Brian Cage. I will say I like Brian Cage gear, because he's finally wearing the orange and black. Ricky Stark is still not on that boat yet, but eventually they should all wear orange and black, since that's their colors. But anyhow, so I will say Brian Cage looked really good. He just looked like an absolute monster. I mean, there was a part where he, like, I think he German suplexed both Ricky and Darby, because they're both smaller guys. I think he did that to them, and then he did. And then to finish Darby off, I know I'm going really quickly through this match, but the ending was just so good. And then to finish the match off, Darby was on the top rope, and Brian Cage caught him, and then did avalanche drill claw, I think, onto Darby. I mean, it would look brutal, and obviously doing that, he pinned him. I mean, there was no way Darby was going to kick out of that. So the Team Taz way is after the guy's down, because Cody was knocked out by Brian Cage out of the ring, and as they both, so after the match, Ricky and Brian both started beating up Darby and Cody, and just like this, who comes out with the chair? So it's almost like comedic at this point, is Will Hobbs. And if you see the last pass of Dynamite, Will Hobbs just been, coming out at the last second with a chair to run off FTW. So when the FTW guys got out of the ring, and Brian Cage dropped his FTW belt, you had Will Hobbs holding the belt like this and looks at it, and he looks good with that belt. I mean, it's just perfect. And then he looks at Cody, because Cody comes up, pats Will Hobbs on the shoulder, and Will Hobbs grabs the belt, knocks Cody out with the belt, and everybody at home was like, oh my god, like, what? So then it confirmed right there that yes, Will Hobbs made his choice. He is now part of Team FTW, and that is just so cool. So I mean, at first I was like, oh, he's so nice, like I just can't see him turning heel right now. But you know what, it's perfect. You got Team Taz, they got the big guys. Now they got two huge guys, And just again with the Death Triangle reforming again, you can have FTW, another trios team. So there you go, trios belt. So yeah, so I can't wait to see how this goes. I think, you know, Will Hobbs made a great choice. Just to see how he's going to be as a heel. And yeah, so that's my take on this episode. Again, video a little long as always. I just like rambling, and it's just gonna be tough making videos since I don't have Wednesday off anymore. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you like what I have to say, and I will see you next time. All right, see ya.